You ever walk into a place and feel the ice remembers you? UBS Arena does. The Capitals step into this one fresh off a 5-3 win over Chicago. Their record glistening at 4-9-1-8-9. They've got Carolina waiting after this, but make no mistake, they know what this one is. Dylan Strome leads the line, 75 points, 50 of them assists. Ovechkin, the old god of goals, still firing with 41. Protas, McMichael, Dubois, Wilson. Washington's got depth in all the wrong places if you're an Islander. Protas, by the way, is sitting on a plus-minus of +40. That's not a stat, that's a warning. Logan Thompson's minding the net with a 2.49 GAA. Reliable, cold, the kind of goalie you only beat if you bring something supernatural. Charlie Lindgren's waiting in the wings too. Just in case, 18 wins to his name. Washington's handled this division like it owes them rent. 10 of their last 11 wins have come against metropolitan opponents. And they've covered the puck line in 8 straight trips to Long Island following a win. And if you're superstitious, let me tempt you. Ovechkin has scored the last goal in 4 of his last 5 road games here. He's scored in 5 straight day games. And Protas, he's recorded at least 1 point in 10 straight games when favored against the East. Now the Islanders, they just snapped a 6-game losing streak. A 3-1 win over the Wild gave them a breath. Anders Lee leads the crew with 50 points, Palmieri and Horvat trailing close. Ilya Sorokin's in net with a 2.76 GAA and 905 save percentage. But let's not dress this up too much. The underdogs have won 4 of Washington's last 5 games at UBS. The Islanders have covered the puck line in 9 straight as home dogs off a home win. Anders Lee, he's scored in 7 of the last 8 when he's the underdog versus Washington. It all looks messy on paper, twisted, complicated, but I've seen this kind of chaos before. And today's AI pick is Capitals moneyline. The Islanders may have found a heartbeat, but Washington's still breathing fire. And the ice at UBS Arena, it remembers which names are carved deepest. On to the next reckoning.
You know what Elvis hates more than Reese's Pieces? Bad defenses pretending they're goalies. The Penguins stroll into the United Center tonight wearing a $152 price tag, while the Blackhawks sit there at plus 122 like a second-hand suit nobody wants to claim. The line says close, but the ice? It says bloodbath. Pittsburgh's been living in the over. 9 of their last 10 hit it like a drum. They dropped 4 on St. Louis. And it didn't even look hard. That's what happens when your offense is a buzzsaw, and the guy holding it is named Sidney Crosby. Chicago? They're leaking. 5 straight losses. Gave up 5 to Washington like it was charity. Their defense has more holes than Elvis's favorite moon crater. And trust me, I've seen that crater. But here's where it gets interesting. Chicago's covered the spread in 8 of the last 10 home games against Pittsburgh. Something about this matchup gets in the Penguins' heads. Like the ice remembers who skated it better. Still, this ain't nostalgia, it's momentum. And Crosby's dragging 86 points behind him like chains. The Blackhawks' best answer? Ryan Donato. He's solid, but his goalie's sitting on a .892 save percentage. That's not NHL ready, that's Midnight Beer League with no pads. Both sides are beat up. Pittsburgh's missing P.O. Joseph and Tommy Novak. Chicago's down Jason Dickinson. That's not bench depth, that's survival mode. You feel it? The undercurrent. The rhythm of a game that doesn't want to slow down. And today's AI pick is over 5.5. There's no stopping it. The pace is real. The shots are coming. And when the buzzer sounds, we'll all be a little older, a little poorer. Unless you were listening. Elvis thinks it ends 4-3. I think he's being modest. And speaking of modest, next game, we hand the mic to 2 people who wouldn't recognize modesty if it bit them in the wallet. Bonnie and Clyde are back. Brace yourself.
You squeeze from the bottom, but the cap, Clyde. The cap always vanishes like your self-awareness. I had to buy my own toothpaste and label it mine. Touch it and die. You touched it anyway, just like Nashville keeps touching that puck in the defensive zone and turning it over. Montreal's slicing through teams like butter, back-to-back wins over Florida and Boston, and now they get the Predators? Please. Suzuki's on fire, Caulfield's sniping, and Nashville's penalty kill? More like a penalty hope. Saros has an .895 save percentage, he's barely keeping his head above ice.
You do realize toothpaste isn't sacred text, right? And if we're talking poor defensive structure, Nashville's blue line is Swiss cheese with a few teeth knocked out. No Lawson, no McCarron, maybe no Marchessault. Meanwhile, Montreal's power play is clicking like a lockpick in a rich man's vault. Sure, Nashville's beaten the Habs 4 of the last 5 at Bridgestone, but that's when they had structure and working knees. Now, they've lost 5 straight and the total's gone under in 6 of their last 7. They're skating like a team that's thinking more about rehab than revenge.
You know what I'm thinking about? The time you used my tube and said it was economically efficient. Just like Montreal's puck possession, tight, focused, ruthless. Suzuki with 81 points, Caulfield with 35 goals, and Nashville's defensive zone coverage looks like a badly written alibi. And Reinbacher might be out for Montreal, but they've shown they've got depth. This isn't a coin flip, it's a countdown.
And today's AI pick is Canadiens moneyline. Go ahead and bet against it. But if you do, I hope your toothpaste dries out and you squeeze it from the middle, forever.
You want to know the difference between desperation and delusion. One of them still puts on skates in Boston and thinks they're contenders. The Bruins just snapped a 10-game losing streak with a 5-1 win over Carolina. Cute. Now they're 31-37-9 and heading to Jersey after this, probably to forget this one ever happened. They've lost 9 straight on the road after a win. 9. That's not a trend, it's a pathology. Pasternak is doing everything. 94 points, 40 goals, 54 assists. Geeky's got 28 goals, Zaka leads in shorties. But behind the names, a team on ice going nowhere. Swayman's 21-28-6 with a 3.08 GAA, and Korpisalo isn't much better, just ask his 0.893 save percentage. Buffalo. They've won 3 straight. 6 of their last 7. They beat Tampa in a shootout last night and now they're back home, where they've won 7 straight following a win. They've taken the last 2 head-to-head meetings with Boston, including a 3-2 OT win last month. Motivation may be limited, but make no mistake, they're not done. Tage Thompson leads with 40 goals. Touch Peterka and Dahlin are all sitting at 60 points. Dahlin has an assist in 8 straight home games against the East. And tonight, it's KeyBank. It's a night game, and Thompson has scored in 5 straight night games on that ice. So when people ask why I don't touch the Bruins, it's because I don't bet on tired dogs barking at locked doors. And today's AI pick is Sabres moneyline. Because sometimes the better team doesn't need a speech, they just need a face-off.
You ever watch two kingdoms go to war knowing neither will survive the winter? Vegas enters this one with a steel 4-6 wins, favored at 150 on the road. They've taken 7 of their last 10, 6 of those covering the spread. And when the blades start clashing, they bring a rhythm with them, nearly 6 goals combined on average over their last 10. Jack Eidle's the general, 93 points deep, 27 goals, 6-6 assists. Braden McNabb leads the charge with a plus 37, and Adin Hill guards the gate, 29-13-5 with a 0.907 save percentage. Vancouver. They're leaking talent. Pedersen's out. Hoglander's uncertain. Myers, Jolson, Amina they're missing or questionable. And Lankinen's holding the line with a 2.7 GAA and in 0.898 save percentage. The Canucks have covered 6 of their last 10, but only gone 4-4-2 straight up. They've hit the over in 7 of those 10. They're swinging wild, but bleeding points. This game might look like a shootout, but Vegas doesn't come to trade. They come to conquer. And today's AI pick is Golden Knights moneyline. Now before you vanish into the algorithm, let's remember the full reckoning. Game 1 Capitals moneyline, Game 2 over 5.5. In Penguins versus Blackhawks, Game 3 Canadiens moneyline, Game 4 Sabres moneyline, Game 5 Golden Knights moneyline. 5 picks. 5 pass. Some of you will walk them. Some of you will wander. But if you're still listening, subscribe. Like the video. And remember, this channel doesn't just make picks. We fight to keep you free from the grip of the sportsbook. Now go. The ice awaits.